Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Halo World Championship Tour London. I'm Brycey, and bringing you this next game from the analyst desk. Two very fine gentlemen indeed. It's Walshy and Onset. Guys, how are you?
Doing well, but strong side, why'd you say Inception?
I mean, all of the films.
I'm still bitter about that.
Like, how many films have been out?
He knew the plan of the game is like you have to say something we've both known, we've seen, or made movie references to, something along those lines.
Or is actually really good.
Yeah.
You know.
I hear there is a rematch actually in the wings, so that's going to be quite interesting later on. But first, let's catch up with the bracket and kind of see where we've got to so far and how it's all gone down. As you can see, it's starting to get populated now. Team Infused and Epsilon will meet in the first semi-final of the game. We just saw Team Dignitas taking down Exertus in dominating fashion. But it's the winner of this next one coming up, Excel versus Riot, to see who will play Dignitas for top 4 and then really top 2. So, guys, let's kind of get into this one. Who do we think is going to win it? Is it going to be one-sided? Excel or Riot, go.
I think of all of the quarterfinals we're going to see, this will probably be the closest one. I think all of the top 3 have been pretty dominant so far.
Yeah.
But Excel, they dropped a game yesterday. They were only the team in the top 4 to do so. So I think it'll be a lot closer. I was really impressed with some of the Riot players yesterday. So Excel are going to have to definitely bring their A game if they want to pick up the 2-0 and match all of the teams we've seen so far.
All right, Walsh, you got anything to add to that?
I still think I agree with the statement that it should be the closest one, but I still do think Excel should win 2-0. And I love that snaky picture, man. The double guns ablaze.
I was about to say, we can kind of see the rosters now here. As you can see, on Excel, it's Lunny, Snaky, Godshot, and Havoc. And Snaky, that is a fantastic picture, by the way.
Do you reckon that's the face he pulled when he missed those scatter shots?
That might be. It's all okay. Malzy, Genius, Tide, and Hollers on the other side to kind of face them down. Now, out of those kind of players, who do we look at for? I mean, Snaky's going to be the obvious one because we can talk about, you know, what actually happened. But who kind of stands out for you there?
I mean, Hollers and Malzy were both making some incredible plays when I was watching some of the matches earlier. But it's also one of those situations where I think a lot of the unsung heroes are the true, like, gel of the squads. Like, we keep talking about Epsilon. We're talking about, like, oh, look at these snipes by Jimbo. Look at these snipes by Snipe Drone. And how often do we actually mention the Bucks? Like, every single time that they're supporting, every single time they're running objective, every single opportunity they're creating, it's a huge team game. So if they truly are, you know, only 2 superstars on the squad, then I can't see Riot's taking this. They have to work as a team in order to be Excels.
I totally agree with you. I hate it when some players, the flashy players always get the exposure, don't they? They always seen as the best player on the squad. When in fact, if their other teammates weren't around them, there's no chance they could even pull off some of the plays. Yeah. So as you said, the Bucks, I mean, unsung heroes. And on this team, for Excel, I think Havoc and Lunny are going to be those players. They're going to be the ones creating the distractions and making sure that the flanks are covered for the flashy plays from Snaky and Godshot. Yeah.
All right, well, speaking of Excel, we do have a little video where we did catch up with the guys and see what's all going on in their mind.
We've been together as a team since the first qualifier, really, just before, so about 5 weeks.
An old team, Barrage, consisting of the members we currently have now, Snaky and Godshot, they split. And they approached us, and myself and Lenny thought it was the best option.
I spoke to Havoc, and then we kind of just thought that would be a good team to make.
I was a bit hesitant at first to team with them two, but now I'm confident that this team's a bit better.
To be consistently 4th, it's not a good feeling, obviously. Let alone to be the 4th best team.
Something to note as well, in the first qualifier we did actually beat Infused to get there, so it wasn't like it was unwarranted. It's definitely good to be consistently up there, but we just need to be performing when we need to against these top teams, which we know we can.
It's hard to pinpoint exactly why we're losing because some of the games are close and then at times we just get blown away. I think it's just individual errors that we need to cut down on, and if we can do that, then I'm pretty sure we can win this event.
We know what we need to do and we know what we need to change in our game. We've done it before, we've done it in scrims and whatnot. It's just a matter of doing it on the day now.
The team that, if we was to get to the finals to play, would definitely be Epsilon, because obviously they've been at the top for ages. So they'll be obviously the team to beat.
Individually, we step right up against the best teams, you know, Infused, Epsilon, Dignitas. That gap isn't big when it comes to skill, but I feel we just need to work on these little teamwork things, and that's it.
The more we get in this tournament, the longer we play, better teamwork. If we're on point, we could be the best.
I prefer LAN any day over online. I'm definitely more comfortable on LAN. I think I do play better on LAN, so that's obviously positive.
I think Hella 5 has definitely closed the gap between UK and America. I think the top UK teams can definitely take out top American teams.
I have confidence in every single one of my players that if they're in a fight, that they're going to win it.
Now, being at Gfinity, do you know what I mean? It's like a massive step up.
All right, well, there you go. That was Excel. Guys, what did you kind of pick up from that little video?
I love how their personalities came out and that. And a player to highlight for me is Havoc. You saw him in the booth there. He's the player that really gets fired up. He's a vocal player. He'll try, even though the booths are down there are soundproof, he'll definitely loud enough to maybe seep through and let them know that, yeah, he's fired up. And Godshot, he's definitely a player to watch. We talked about the unsung heroes on teams. Godshot is one of these players who's always selfless in situations. It's always the first one putting shots in, initiating pushes. And if he can work really well with Snakey, I mean, we go on about the duo and how they work together, but I really do think that's the key for them in this series.
I like their acknowledgement of their situation. They aren't saying, we are by far the best and we've just, lost some of these things. They're saying, hey, we haven't been formed as long, but we can still beat these squads. We do want to try to take down Epsilon. They are the team to beat, but we believe we have the right mix of players and we can do it.
Yeah, it's the confidence. You got to be confident. Otherwise, you might as well go home now.
All right, guys. If you want to be confident, give me confident predictions. How's this one going to go down?
2-0 XL.
Okay.
I'm gonna agree.
You're gonna go with me. I like that. 2-0.
All right. Do you agree with our analysts? Hashtag HaloWC. Join in the discussion on Twitter and kind of tell us exactly what you think. But it's time to get this game ready and underway. So I'm going to hand over to our casters. Take it away, Tun and Strongside.
Thank you very, very much, Brycey. Yes, that is right. My name is Tun. I am here with Strongside. And what a game we have on our hands here. For me, this is the pick of the quarterfinals. These two teams are pretty evenly matched. Riot against XL. I think it's going to be a really, really good game.
Yeah, if there's a game 3 that we're going to see, it's probably going to be here. But I'd like to give a shout out to Snakey. I know we saw some funny clips and funny moments from him yesterday.
Shaky Snakey.
But he laughed it off. He smiled. He had a good time. And he was making great plays. Other than those few mishaps, you just got to let those go sometimes.
I mean, the moment that he had, obviously, that we're talking about, I don't know if you guys seen it, had camo, had scatter shot, behind 3 of them. Missed every single player and got assassinated midair. I mean, it literally could not have went worse.
Triple kill, and
it couldn't have been easier to do it. It was harder to probably miss and not kill any of them and do what he did than actually kill them. But anyway, we're going to see what he can do in this game to maybe redeem himself a little bit. He did have a great game anyway. Let's have a look at the maps that we are going to be playing in this series. And it is going to be Coliseum Capture the Flag up first. Plaza Team Slayer will be the second map, and I hope we see the Rig Strongholds with map number 3. Because I think these two teams, as said, we talked about it, are evenly matched. And I just want to touch on who do you think are the guys to really watch? For me, from Riot, I feel as if Tide was so strong yesterday when we seen them go up against Epsilon. They were unfortunate not to get something from that. They looked pretty good. Going into this, he's got to play well again.
Yeah. Tide and Genius would probably be the 2 from Riot for me. But Snakey and I'd say Godshot from Excel. But let's hop on board with Tide on this side. We're always hopping on board with the higher seeded team. Let's start with Tide on the lower seeded team here on Riot Gaming.
Well, let's see what Tide can do straight away with this DMR. It's just about some sort of control for the team here. Lunny picks up the kill on Malzy, and a couple of kills coming in from XL straight off the bat there. That's really what Riot do not want. They're going to have to sit back just a little bit straight at the beginning.
Yeah, you see Riot Gaming already kind of just turtling up over in their cave, getting sniped in the face right there by Snakey. Beautiful snipe by him. Let's hop on board with Snakey. Actually, as he dies, he falls off the map with that sniper. Nice play by him. But now we're on board with Havoc, who's got the rocket launcher. I love that play. He's playing it slow. He knows his teammates are dead. He needs to wait for them to push up. And he's just going to pick up a couple kills here. And
That's
then he
nice.
Picks up 2 kills. He's got 2 more rockets to go. Taking his sweet time, waiting for his teammates to push up. Perfect execution by Havoc.
The flag has been counterpulled there by Riot Gaming. Havoc knows exactly where he is. And you know, it's probably a good pull. All the grenades flying down towards that flag there, but really has slowed down Havoc's attempt at pushing for XL here. They're going to have to return that flag before they even think about pushing forward. Havoc having a really good game here so far. He is going to get the turn. Oh my goodness. There was Lunny who picked up the kill, but it was really good work by Havoc there. Malzy did clean things up, but on board with Godshot now. He's going to push towards the flag.
Godshot trying to sneak up, actually not going to go for the flag right here, just taking his time. He's got all the players from Riot Gaming spawning up in their flag. They're going to have to get a couple kills before they get the flag run going here. Godshot just taking it slow, playing this perfect. Snaking, picking up a double kill. This is the time to go for the flag. If he can pick up this kill, he does. 3 down for Riot Gaming. Perfect execution. Godshot running this over to the bridge. He get up there, he makes it, and he's taken down right there by Hollers. Let's actually hop on board with Hollers, who's top rockets, going for the long-range ground pound, not able to connect.
And that flag looks like it may actually be returned there by Riot. So good work by them to recover, because they lost a couple of players who have been quite aggressive towards XL's flag. Then to have only one guy sitting back there who got taken out was a really bad position to be in, but Lunny's on the killing spree. Let's see what he can do to continue this on. Has BR in hand. Don't know if he has anything left in that rocket launcher. Let's see what he can do. It is actually going to be Havoc with plenty of rockets left.
And doing pretty much exact play what he was doing before, just hanging out here right by the lift, just staying alive, baiting in the other team, just taking it slow. And he doesn't have to rush this right now. He's got players all around him picking up that kill, going for the double, not going to connect there. Unfortunately, he is taken down. Let's hop on board with Hollers, who's pushing up with his teammate here over by the snipe side of the map. Now, we see this kind of back and forth gameplay right now. No team really gaining control of the map, and this is definitely the best matchup we've seen so far here in the quarterfinals.
It seems, for me, I think XL maybe have the slight edge at the moment. They seem to be able to get in positions where they can pull the flag. They seem to be in control of the power weapons a lot better, and I feel as if Riot are just hanging on quite well at this moment in time. It's going to be a matter of time for me before XL do actually get that moment where they are going to push in for the flag, and it might be here. A couple of kills going to go down. Lunny needs to make these shots. It's really good ones on the Malzy. He's going to pull that flag. He is going to get taken down, though, by Tide on the other side of things. He's trying to pull that flag away. Is he going to be able to get away? Tide actually gets the kill onto Snakey as well. He should get taken down. Is he going to get the second as well? Genius is going to clean things up. Is he going to be able to pick up that flag? Yes, he is. Godshot other side of things with the flag as well. Big shots. Somebody's going to come around the back, but Lunny is going to get the kill onto Hollers. Sorry. Is Genius going to be able to do anything about it? I'm not too sure. We're still on board with Hollers when things start up again.
Hollers wasn't able to get the flag off of the bridge right there. That would have been a big play. It actually still sitting up there, no return. If he was able to get that down into bottom middle, it could have turned into a longer flag cap. Riot doing a nice job picking up a few kills here. I see Hollers should have backed down right there. He had a teammate. He jumped up. There was no reason for him to jump up right there and just pretty much allow the other team to get a free kill. But let's hop on board over with Malzy right now, who's in the enemy's base. And this is a perfect play. He's just going for a couple kills. Then he's going to go for the flag. There's 2 down right now on Excel. He's making the flag run. They're spawning over by shoulder. Can he make it? That is so clutch right there to stay alive. Now he's got teammates. He's actually taken down. Malzy taken down. Let's hop on board. I think it's with Genius, who's trying to get the flag run.
Yeah, he got the kill, and he should be able to deliver this one home, but their flag is currently away as well. Who's got that on the other side of things? It's Snakey actually got a hold of the flag for XL. So a little bit of a stalemate here. Change players to see how each of these teams are going to try and get this one back.
Yeah, this is going to go back and forth. We saw some slow gameplay earlier in the tournament, and both teams were just playing extremely passive. And I think it took almost about 4 minutes for the team to actually push up. Let's hop on board with Tide, who is actually Malzy, who's trying to flank around here. Not able to pick up the kill. He's not taken down by Looney. And he's actually taken down by Looney right there. Now we have someone else going for the flank. We're on board with Hollers right now, trying to sneak up. He's crouching. He's got the scatter shot. He's in perfect position. He locates the flag guy. He gets him.
That's
no.
Huge. Is he
yes, he gets
it.
He's going for the return. Are they going to be able to get it? It looks like they're getting the return over on the other side. No, they're not.
That's 1-0. That is 1-0 to Riot. Humongous players coming out of Hollers there, going in there with a scatter shot, making things sneaky. Really good play out of Riot. It's looked like they were a little bit on the back foot here throughout this game. The score doesn't say that. They are 1-0 to the good with 6.5 minutes remaining. A couple of kills going to come in there for Riot as well, so they're going to shut down the counter from XL. XL not aware that you should really have a guy with your flag runner at that point there, and they tried to extend. They overextended a little bit. Riot punished them for that, and now they've got some defensive work to do on board with Havoc, pistol in hand. Having a look there, and those rockets are coming up in around 5 seconds or so. Gets taken down by Tide. He was going to try and get on the aggression for Riot. Malzy gets a kill for them as well, and rockets are just about to spawn up just in time. Does have that DMR as well, so there's going to be a powerful combination for Tide.
I like what he's doing right here, too.
That's awesome.
He's not pushing up. He's pushing back to his base to stop this flag run. Is he going to be able to pick up this kill? He's not. Snakey's going to get the kill. As Snakey, let's hop on board with him. He's going to be running the flag. And this actually looks like a flag cap. There is 2 down now for Riot Gaming, this looks like it's going to be he's got his entire team around him.
Yeah.
Beautiful teamwork here
Really
by
good work.
Excel. And to touch on that last cap from Riot, I was surprised Excel didn't watch that side of the map. They didn't watch their elbow over there. They allowed Hollers to just sneak right up on him with scatter shot and virtually be unnoticed at all.
Let's see what Snaky can do with this sniper. We have seen him play very, very well for his team. Oh, and the shotgun is going to come around the back. Sorry, the scatter shot for Hollers. He's going to get the kill on the Snaky there, and he's really causing problems with that at the moment. He might have just actually killed himself, manages to get away. Shields aren't regenerating, so he's going to push towards the flag now. Pistol shots going over towards Snake. That's great shots by Hollers there. Takes him down. Has a couple more members of Riot, XL pushing on to, and a couple of kills going to come in there for Havoc as well. Picks up a double. Is he going to be able to get the trip as well? Not quite. He is going to stay alive though, and XL really putting pressure down as Lunny picks up a two-piece of his own. He's going to push forward. Aren't they going to be able to get a hold of this flag?
Havoc inside of the base. We're still tied at 1-1. Plenty of time left on the score here. Let's hop on board with Snaky, who's also pushing up. Excel still, I think they're playing more aggressive. They're in the base of Riot. They haven't really just held back too much. Even though they didn't get that first flag cap, they're the aggressors of the game, and you'd rather be the aggressors than kind of those passive players. You want to be putting that pressure on your opponent, and Excel just needs to capitalize on their flag runs. They're getting 2 dead, they're getting 3 dead, but they're not running the flag at the right time, and Snaky right there, it just seemed like, what was everybody doing there? What was the strategy? What was the goal? Everyone was just kind of running around slaying people. They had 2 dead. Snaky didn't go for the flag. They're getting the power weapons, but they're not capitalizing with them. And there you see Havoc fall with the rocket launcher.
Lunny does pick up the kill on the Genius there, but Hollers is in a good position to do something. He does have the right launcher, but he's taking a lot of bullets. He is going to get the kill eventually. Lunny does pick up the double, though. 1-1 is very evenly poised. I think you're right. You know, XL are really going aggressive. They're pushing forward when they got these power weapons. Tide putting shots cross map, though. He's going to get a double kill with that. Is he going to be able to pull his flag as well? If he can outshoot Havoc, then XL are in a lot of trouble, but they have got people spawning up with him. So Tide going to have to take his sweet time about this. Snake, he does take him down. The rest of his team should be pushing up with him, and that's going to give them a bit of control over the center of the map because he pushed up hard.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen that side of the map over at Red Elbow just be pushed so many times by Riots. Nobody's able to stop that push. They're just focusing all their attention over to the snipe side and getting into Riot's base. Excel has done a great job at that, but they're not getting any flag runs. They're not moving the flag much. It's like right now it's just a big Slayer match happening. Nobody's really going for the flag.
I think they're just trying to distinguish some control. I mean, once they get a few down, they never seem to be able to push quick enough. It just seems as if the kills are being made not necessarily in the right part of the map at the right time. Sniper coming out for Tide though, Malzy and Hollers. You know, it seems as if Riot are picking up, when they pick up a kill, they pick up a couple. Tide going to fall off the map, unfortunately.
We've seen that so many times throughout the tournament today. Players just falling off with the power weapons, and that's a big mistake. That's not just something minor. Although it's not in the hands of the enemy, you could have used that to easily initiate a flag run and get a couple kills and to start rallying that flag back to your base.
Well, on board with Genius doing some defending. We've only got 2 minutes and around 20 seconds left to go. Let's see if either one of these teams can break this deadlock. Currently 1-1 and has been for some time now. Genius on the defensive. Lunny has managed to make the kill onto Malzy, and because they're being so defensive, they are not in a position to pick up those power weapons.
Look at Hollers real quick, though. He's behind the team again. He's unfortunately picked off, but how many times? This guy is incredible at sneaking behind the enemy team. And now we've got Looney running the flag right now. He's taken down. Malzy getting a double kill. Top on board with Genius, who's looking to guard this flag, try and get the return, doing a great job with his teammate. And yes, they are going to be able to get that return. Now, we just saw Excel try to get that flag out, but they haven't been able to yet. They initiate it, but they're not able to even get it past the halfway mark.
I think the only thing that's positive for them, though, they are pushing Riot in so much. The fact that Riot cannot get a hold of these power weapons because they're pushed so far in by XL, but XL aren't using them as well as they could be. But at the same time, Havoc does get a kill with a rocket launch. He's going to get the second as well. That's really good work by him. The flag is going to be pulled, but Hollers is going to have something to say about that. Don't think going to go down there. The guy with the flag is in a lot of trouble there, but Godshot going to try and help.
All right, now we're on board with Godshot. Actually, let's hop on board with Hollers, who's getting the flag return to solidify this back in their base. And they've just, like you said, been playing so defensive. They really need to gain some control. 3 down for Excel. This is the time to move up. Hollers looking around. He knows a player is hiding around here, just cannot locate him. There's an Excel player hiding back in his base. In the cave as well, 2 down for Excel. This looks like it could be a flag cap if they initiate this run. Yes, they are initiating. getting such a clutch kill there by Snaky. Let's hop on board with Godshot, though, who's flanking around, trying to get another flag grab. And by the way, we're at 33 seconds. Once that hits 0 seconds, we are going to go into overtime. And how the overtime rules work, it will be an extra amount of time. And the players that have the most caps at that end of time, at the end of that time period, will be the winners.
This looks real good from Gotcha. He's run that one through, and his teammates have made the kills where they need to. There's 15 seconds remaining, and XL are going to go 2-1 up here. So Riot, they can't do anything at this moment in time. That's going to be game. That is massive out of XL. They pulled the flag, had guys in good positions. They set up, got the kills, and Godshot ran home. He was barely contested. He needed to fire a few shots off with the pistol, and XL are suddenly going to take map number 1.
Yeah, they definitely made that hard on themselves, though. They had so much pressure put on Riot throughout the entire game, and they were getting all the power weapons. They were getting every sniper, every rocket, and you saw so many times, even when they got the rockets, they would get a kill or two and die. And then I think we saw, was it Godshot or Havoc with the rockets just staying alive up by the lift. Let's see these stats over here. Trying to hop on board. Let's move over. Godshot, who may have the stats up, but anyways, a lot of assists. If we could pull that up, I think about 60 assists from the Excel side. 60. That is incredible. A lot of teamwork from their team. Not so much from the Riot side. I'd say about under 20.
Okay, well, we're going to have a look at this next map coming up now. And what do you expect out of that after that such close game?
Well, I mean, Riot did play well.
Yeah, they did.
Without not having too much teamwork. We saw the assist. 60 assists from Excel, about 20 from Riot. But Riot held in there. Excel wasn't able to capitalize on those moments when they had a few down. And when they started running the flag, they weren't watching the lanes that they needed to be, where the Riot players were going to be coming from.
I mean, it seemed as if Riot did everything right. They were being pushed in. They couldn't get a hold of their power weapons, unfortunately, which was not necessarily their downfall, but at the same time, they pushed in so hard. And then as soon as the flag was pulled, it was really good for XL to then engage at that point, try and get the kills at this point. Just let your flag run and run home. They tried really hard at that, and it really worked out for them. I mean, I think it was guy who had the flag running up top, and he got the pistol kill on the other side. It was really... all he needed to do was either clean up or run through, and it was really easy for him to get that flag in the end because of his teammates providing great cover.
Definitely, and I'd like to point out Hollers. Hollers made some exceptional flanks, getting behind Excel and kind of allowing his team to sandwich Excel and initiate a flag run. He was sneaking up with the scatter. We saw that. We saw him another time sneak up behind Excel, but he could never stay alive or get the flag going because his team just seemed scattered around everywhere.
I suppose if you are that guy that is pushing up, and he did play a good game when he was pushing up round behind and just trying to cause a bit of a distraction. At the same time, though, it takes away from your team trying to push out. It feels as if they were using resources elsewhere to try and push out, to try and do something special, when he could have maybe necessarily helped at the back to try and push them out as a team, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, definitely. So next up, we've got Plaza Slayer. I'd say after watching that last match, though, with how much teamwork and how much control Excel had, controlling the power weapons, controlling the snipe side of the map, and having a great team shot, I'm going to have to say they're probably going to take this in a dominant fashion.
Oh, you think? What, steak dinner, possibly?
We probably could see a steak dinner. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on the line here. And like we just saw earlier, we saw Dignitas really just take control with the sniper, just hitting every sight line or hitting every snipe headshot through every snipe line, through the tiniest crack in the window. And if you're on the opposing team, you do not want to be going into those lanes. So as a Riot player, I think they really need to focus on making a good push if they don't have control. We haven't seen really too many good pushes once the game becomes locked down. There's no players that have snuck under really and pushed at the same time. Someone's always getting picked off by the sniper, and you really have to put yourself into a good situation where you're not going to be able to be seen by that sniper. You want the sniper to go out of his way, to go out of the cafe, or excuse me, the cinema position, and really have to...
so it's trying to draw him out.
Yeah, you're drawing them out, and sometimes when you draw them out, you can get that spawn over back by bottom sniper or over by the hotel and get a nice flank from that. Well,
the map as strong side has been explaining, sorry, it is going to be Plaza Team Slayer. And as I said, it's going to be an interesting one. I think, as said, XL, I think, can get hold of that sniper. It's going to really cause problems for Riot. But said Riot what they needed to do, either draw him out, because it's going to be so hard to push somebody who's so effective with that sniper rifle. I think it's probably going to be, if I'm right, was it Snaky who was picking it up usually for the team?
Yeah, Snaky, and then Godshot.
Godshot as well. Yeah.
Godshot was doing well, and then like always, the overshield is such a big
that's a
play.
massive thing. Yeah, huge thing at the beginning of the game. So we'll see which team can make it there first. Moving into this, who are you going to watch out for from both teams? Again, for me, I think I pointed out Ty, but Malzy had a really good game as well. We've seen him making a really couple of good plays for Riot. So if they can use him, he could possibly be the catalyst for Riot to come back into this game. We're going to load up into that one now. And it is going to be Slayer on Plaza. And this is the quarterfinals. The last one we're going to have next game coming up is going to be Epsilon against Infused in the semi-final. That's a huge grenade onto Snaky. That's really going to cause him problems straight off the bat there. Who got a hold of the OS? Is anybody getting a hold of that yet?
Looks like Looney picked up the overshield. Nice play by him. He was able to just sneak in and stay alive. He was put to one shot. Great play there by Looney. And now he's flanking around through the cafe, not playing too aggressive, which is honestly a good play right here. Even though you have overshield, you don't want to just run in and push 2 or 3 guys. You want to use that at the right time. So he's staying alive, just putting shots on the other team and just gaining control of the map.
Oh, see, he's just roaming around here. Who's got a hold of the sniper? I do believe it is Havoc. Let's see what he can do with this. He has actually been pressured as well. His team aren't on the same side of the map as him. He really needs to push over, try and get himself some cover. Plenty of bullets left in that at this moment in time, but it is 3-3. A bit of a slow start here from both teams.
Yeah, there's really not too much control right now, and we've seen that. That's typical of this game mode. The start of the match is kind of back and forth until one team really gets that sniper back by the cinema, and Havoc getting shots from underneath him, and they're able to pick up that kill on Hollers. And it looks like Havoc is going to head over right in position to get in the classic position with the sniper.
Tide is in a bit of trouble here, as is Havoc. Both of them exchanging a good amount of bullets there.
And Tide, even though Tide was killed right there, he did a good job at staying alive to allow his team push up. Although Hollers didn't have any help from his teammates, Tide was just buying time for his team. They don't want Excel to get set up over here. And Havoc dropping the sniper, I think, was that for Snaky? Yes, that was Snaky. And Snaky already lined up with the sniper, looking through the window. Can he pick up a headshot here?
He's looking for it across there, and it's something we see often. Snipers really looking through these windows, trying to get such a pick, and I think it was Walsh. You explained it, saying it is all at head height. You don't need to go up and down, so that's really why it's so beneficial to the sniper, because this position is perfect to use it. See what he can do from this position. He is being pressured. He goes for the no shot there. It's not going to happen for him. Snaky managing to stay alive, though his team protecting him well. The score is 9-5.
Got Overshield coming up right now as well. Snaky on top of it, gets up. Overshield, he's taken down right before the OS gets locked on to his body right there. There is a short time when you pick up Overshield. Before that gets in, smashes into your chest, you can be killed, and that's exactly what happened to Snaky.
Well, there you go, on board with Snaky now, but the score is still in XL's favor. They are 11-7 at this moment in time, 1-0 up in the series as well. They're looking good for them. Oh, a bit of a gunfight going to go down there as well. Godshot looking for the headshot there. Not going to happen with it for the sniper rifle. He's just having another look over towards headshot there. Malzy does pick up the kill on a Snaky though. Havoc taking down Malzy as well. Godshot just not able to hit those headshots at this moment in time. Has a few bullets left, but not using the sniper to the best of his ability at this moment in time. But it is respawning in 10 seconds. Another one just in the shoulder there from Godshot, but he is causing problems, and he's got a few players coming up the ramp here. It's going to cause problems for him here. What can he do to try and defend himself? Godshot in a bad position, but he is going to get the shots onto Tide. Genius and Tide, though, coming in, taking down Sneaky and Godshot. They're trying to get Riot back into this as Genius picks up a double. Lunny does get the kill onto Tide, but they've got control of the sniper at the right time, just as it respawns.
I like where Malzy's at right now, just staying alive above Sniper with the Hydra launcher. This is a great position to be, because if your team doesn't have control of the cinema, you can always get like a sneaky kill on the other team, because nobody really looks up there all the time. It's usually kind of just like, man, that guy was really up there. But yeah, good play by Malzy. Now it looks like the hands of Genius has the sniper rifle right now over in the cafe. And normally it's different to see the sniper over here picking up a nice headshot on Snaky as 2 of his teammates are taken down. Trying to stay alive here with the sniper. Misses that shot. Just moving around the perimeter of the map, trying to get around to his team so he does not give up the sniper rifle, and now he's in position. Now they're going to hold this down. Riot doing a nice job at getting the basic playbook strat set up here.
He doesn't seem to be very disciplined with the shots. He seems to be firing a lot of them off. He's going to look for the kill there. He is going to get that with a body shot there, but he does go down. Lunny coming in there with the kill, as does Snaky, and this is when XL are going to try and collapse onto Riot on, but Snaky just about missing the jump up there. And when is OS going to come back up?
Snaky actually has overshield. He
yeah,
just
wow.
picked it up
Didn't
at
even realize,
7:43, and an incredible pickup by them. XL has gotten, I think, almost every single overshield, but it's still a close match. 21-20, still anybody's game right now.
I often miss the fact that they have the overshield on there. I just didn't see it on them, but Snaky managed to pick up a kill. And it was similar to a game we've seen before where maybe they're not doing a great deal with the overshield, but at the same time, they're denying the enemy team that. So that's always going to help them out.
Let's hop on board with Genius real quick, who made an incredible flanky crouch all the way around. This is the play that I've been talking about the entire event. They needed a player to do something like this. Genius made a sneaky play behind the team of Excel, picked up a kill, and then was able to weaken another player and have his teammate pick him up. Now they've turned the tides. Now they have control of the cafe, putting them in a good position.
Kill with a Hydra there, but does get taken down, maybe a little bit greedy, as he does get the shots coming in from the BR of Lunny. Still on board with Genius. We'll see what he can do on his respawn. This moment in time, though, Malzy just trying to take things slow. Not really that close to his team, but his team are trying to push around to get to it.
We see Godshot sneaking around right underneath Malzy. Malzy just hanging out right up top. Godshot doesn't know he's there. Malzy's above, doesn't know Godshot is down there. Now he sees him, spots him, gets some shots, has his teammate Looney pick him up. Nice play by those two. Great duo teamwork working together. Looney picks up Hollers on top of that as Godshot was baiting himself. Another kill. Godshot picks up Tide. These two just took down 3 players from the Riot squad.
That was really, really good work by Godshot. They got control of that area where Sniper is now. They do now just about have a hold of it, I think, as it is going to respawn. I feel, oh no, they've moved away from that there, so Sniper is going to be spawning quite soon, or might have just
alongside Overshield. Overshield's coming up, and you see Excel getting ready for that. Godshot just literally standing out in the open, wasn't getting shot at all, and I think we just saw in the hands of Havoc pick up Overshield. Let's hop on board with him.
Let's see what he can do with it as well from XL, and XL seem to just be making all these movements when they need to. Genius in a lot of trouble, and Havoc should be able to pick up the double here with the OS. Just about going to get the kill on the Hollers there. Allowed him to take a lot more damage, and a lot of kills coming in for XL, and they're starting to get a bit of a lead here now. It is 11 points at this moment in time, and they're only 15 away from walking through to the semi-finals, and they will go up against Dignitas if they win this map.
Now we see Malzy with a sniper rifle and down by 10. They're definitely going to need to slow this down here and make this turnaround and get the next overshield. There is about another minute and 10 seconds until that next overshield, but they're slowly losing ground. Actually, sorry, they're gaining ground. They're only down by 9. So in the classic spot with the sniper rifle, he's got his teammates moving around the map. Let's actually hop on board with Tide real quick, who's in a nice position, not able to finish that kill. This is one of my favorite spots on the map, the Sneaky, the Plaza Sneaky. You're able to get so many angles, put shots on players here in the Plaza Garden, and just really be a nuisance. It's really annoying to have a player up here because you can't push, you can't really move out into the open because there's this guy just sitting up on the Sneaky.
8 kills is the difference of Riot well and truly still in this game. It reduced that deficit even just slightly. At the same time, they are trying to catch it back up to XL, who have definitely slowed this game down now. You can see we're just having a little glance towards their screens. All of them playing it pretty passively. Looking at the shots where they need to. Sneaky firing that Hydra towards Tide, who just about survives it. On board with Malzy, they're just looking for the picks. Malzy does have this sniper. A couple of guys going to line up in his scope. Is he going to be able to pick up any? Not quite. There comes the headshot on the Godshot, though. Is he going to look for the second as well? As Riot look for a way back into this game. It is still an 8-point game, and Riot needs to start turning it on pretty quickly.
Malzy doing a nice job at just staying alive here, not hitting those shoots his teammate. That's extremely unfortunate. He could have just switched to the BR and helped out his team right there. I think that's something we've seen a lot throughout this tournament as well. A lot of players going for no-scopes, trying to be a little bit too flashy. I mean, we're playing for a big tournament here. Like, you want to make it onto the HWC finals over in the States. So trying to go for a flashy play here and there, if you're in the lead by quite a bit, I can understand that. But when your tournament life is on the line, you just want to be using the regular pistol, the AR, to work with your teammate.
Oh, Lunny
They're right
with
there.
the ground and pound onto Malzy there, as well as XL have really turned this game in their favor. Now, they were in the lead, but they have extended that by quite a lot now. 46 to 31 now as the sniper does go up there on the wrong side of the map, but a lot of consecutive kills coming in there for XL, and they only have 4 more to get.
Allers now, let's hop on board with him with the sniper, down by quite a bit. We haven't seen a turnaround in a match like this happen yet, this event. I don't think we're going to see it here, but Excel definitely playing strong. They definitely have much greater teamwork than Riot Gaming. I think that's where Riot really kind of falls short of. They don't have the teamwork. They don't have the strategy yet to take down a top 4 team.
Well, they only need 2 more kills, and we're on board with Havoc from XL. They've played very, very well in their first map, walking away with it for 3 points to 1. It's looking good for them in this map. They are 49 to 35 up. We're on board with Havoc. He's just going to try and wait things out. They're looking for that final kill to put them into the semi-final against Dignitas, and there it is. XL are going to walk away as 2-0 winners in this series in a very, very convincing fashion.
Yeah, and with Riot Gaming, we've seen the right plays happen. I called it out. Genius made a great flank. Let's take a look at the stats real quick. A lot of assists again from Excel, not as many from the Riot side. Excel definitely showing that their teamwork is better than Riot, but Riot individually in making plays happen, they did, but they just didn't have the teamwork to capitalize on controlling the cafe, controlling the sniper the entire match. It seemed like they didn't know exactly where to set up and watch the entire time. And Excel did a great job of pushing and forcing that aggression towards them when they were outside with the sniper. Genius crouched all the way around to bottom snipe. Got a kill, got another guy weak, and they gained control of sniper, but then they lost it within 10 seconds.
And we've seen Godshot do the same thing. He snuck around, but it was really good how he worked. He got the shots in there, and his teammate was pushing around. All he needed to do, he took a few shots himself, backed off, put a couple in. Teammate came and just completely cleared up. I can't remember. I think it might have been Malzy, actually. He did the same thing, jumped up. Sorry, Malzy on there. I think it might have been Lunny who came in there and got a couple of kills from there. So it was a really, really good teamwork by them two in that game. And they just seemed to be in control at all moments. I mean, there was a time where I said Riot were getting back into the game. And they were trying to get control, and they did. And they reduced that deficit to around 8 from, I think it was around 12. So it was good from them to bring that back up. But in the end, XL did fantastically well to just extend that lead.
Yeah, and it really showed from the first game to the second game, just the team shot between Excel. You really saw just a lot of duo teamwork happening. 2 players moving with each other. We called it out. We saw 2 players, I think it was Havoc and Snaky, just moving together, playing kind of the bait and switch game. We see that happen quite a bit, and they played it perfectly. And that's what we need to see more from Riot. Excel, great job from them, definitely showing that they can possibly break the bubble into the top 3. They have yet to do it, and I think if they keep up that type of play and that teamwork and that bait and switch type of gameplay, they're going to be able to put up a run for the money on these other top teams.
Well, I'm sure the guys on the desk will tell us how XL are going to do that. Guys, can they?
They vouch for that ton. Well, I suppose that's a question for the analysts.
Well, I mean, Excel, they definitely showed up in that series, and there's a couple of players that I want to point out that really performed well in there, and that was Havoc and Lunny. I mean, they're the 2 players we haven't talked about a lot. We said before the games that we wanted to see them step up to the level that we've seen Godshot and Snaky play on. And I think at the first game, I think Lunny had something like an 18 KDA. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy. I just wanted to point out I'm not on set, and that is not Walshy. Walshy had better things to do. Okay, so sorry about that. You got me instead, so I apologise.
Never apologise, Harry. This is the thing.
You're not always the victim. I'm apologising for not being you.
Oh, that's
you're
true, yeah.
fabulous, and I'm not.
Thanks, buddy.
It's okay.
Right. Well, let's stop you 2 hugging each other and kind of get back into this. Any other first impressions you guys have got?
Well, I was impressed with Riot at the start of that first game, Coliseum. They were the ones that actually got the first flag cap. I mean, to come out with that sort of heat, I think out of all of the teams I've seen today, I think outside the top 4, they've been the best. They've shown signs of teamwork that I don't think the teams below them have. They've also shown they've got the individual skill. But Excel, they came back after that, and as I say, Lunny was exceptional. Godshot was doing the plays that we expected from him. He was getting in the base, and I really liked the second flag cap especially because, again, like Infused did, they got a couple of kills, they pulled that flag, and then the person who was pulling the flag just relied on his teammates to pick up the following kills so they could run it in. And they did a great job of that.
All right, well, we'll get into this map by map in just a second. I believe we have an interview ready with Havoc. Josh, take it away.
Cheers, Rice. A bit nervy on that first map.
Yeah, I think they just came out really, really strong. Like we like have a lot of respect for Riot. We're all good friends, and we've all sort of teamed as well. Like a good few of the players have teamed with each other, and we all know that they're a very good team. They're very good players, and for them that was their sort of give it your all, and they just wanted to come out and try and take us out, and they did a really good job. So complete props to them.
I think you made up for it without shadow of a doubt on the second map. But are you satisfied with your performance compared with the previous winners?
I do think that we probably had one of the harder games compared to the other teams, personally, because I do think they are the 5th to 6th best team here. So I wasn't surprised at all at how well they did to us, and as well us being technically the 4th team. So all we had to do was just make sure that we closed out towards the end with controlling overshields and then the map. But I don't know. I think we did what we had to do.
You're against Dignitas next. Can you share some thoughts about having this particular team to play against as opposed to Infuse and Epsilon?
For us, it's just a matter of just keeping up with them in the kills. They're very slay-heavy team. They're very good individually, so it's going to be, as long as we can try and keep up with them and then be efficient with our kills, with the objective, we should do all right. But obviously we would have preferred to play an Epsilon or Infuse because of the play style, but we got Dig and we'll have to do what we got to do.
If you win, happy days. You secure one of the top 3 spots, but otherwise, you've still got a chance of a consolation final, so it's not all over yet.
Yeah, so basically we're just going to take it game by game, and then if we don't qualify against Dignitas, and then we'll give it a roll against whoever we do have to play.
Right, well done. Bryce, back to you.
All right, thank you very much. Guys, what did you take away from that interview then?
I was pretty impressed with how Havoc spoke there. I think he's realistic in his expectations. I think he was pleased with how that particular series went. But as he says, he knows that these teams he's going to be playing going forward in the semi-finals, they're going to be tough matchups. Yeah. And, he's not maybe expecting to win one of those, but he wants to give a big fight. And he said even if we lose the first semi-final, in the third, fourth place playoff, they're going to give a fight because they want to show that they can break into that top 3, and that we can stop saying they're going to be the 4th place team.
We can stop saying 4th place excel.
Yeah.
All right, let's go map by map then. Map number 1. Kind of break it down for me, Wonderboy.
Yeah, it was quite a closely contested match. I think we saw from the bright side something that they did so fantastically well. It was either Tide or Hollers constantly in the XL base, kind of just being a thorn in their side. And just pretty much preventing any pushes out, because they have to come back for that play. When there's a player in the base, you absolutely have to clear that guy out, because if you go 2 or 3 down and that guy's still in your base, they're in a prime position to run that flag straight away. So that's something I highlighted perfectly from the right side. But XL in the end, they just outslayed and they squeaked out the game 2-1 in the end.
Yeah, and I think there was one play that I really enjoyed, which was Hollers. This is a play we've seen a couple of times today. When the flag returned, he basically went and got that scatter shot. He crouched in, he snuck up, and he was the one to sort of initiate the flag return, and they went 1-0 up. But as I say, Lunny was the star of that show in that first game. I mean, we don't talk enough about the players. I mean, it's hard to sometimes when you see Snakey and Godshot going off, and I know we go on about it, but Lunny and Havoc in that game were really, really impressive.
Can I just give a shout out to Snakey for that picture?
Man.
That was nice.
Like that's a little you pose, I think.
Yeah, what do you mean me pose?
Well,
what do you mean by that?
Do things like that.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, see?
Yeah,
exactly.
That's a good point,
All right,
actually.
well, enough talking about
Wonderboy
and his poses. Let's move on to map number 2. Okay, break this one down for me on set.
Well, one thing that I did notice was the disparity I've seen between the top 3 and the games we just watched there with the sniper rifle use. I think we saw Godshot had one sniper rifle sort of quite early on in the game, and although he was hitting a lot of body shots, he wasn't hitting the headshots that we saw. The Dignitas players, the Infuse players, and the Epsilon players have hit this weekend. And then towards the end of the map, again, Mousy had the opportunity with the sniper rifle for Riot, and he missed a couple of shots, but the overshield control for me, Harry, was the main thing.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, when you get all the overshields, it's gonna result in a pretty hefty scoreline. I think we saw that in the end. I mean, obviously, XL winning 50 to 35. You've got to look at that kind of 15-point margin as contributed towards, the overshields. You've got to get those overshields. We've spoke about it so much in the past, and I'd love to go more in depth. But, sometimes you just got to make a play for those power-ups, and that's exactly what XL did, and they came out with the win.
Yeah, it really was that simple. I mean, if you get every single overshield, I mean, you've got to give a shout out to the coach, Prisma there. He was on it. I mean, they got pretty much everyone. But I think if they want us to stop saying 4th place Excel, you've got to put the power weapons to slightly better use than what we saw.
Yeah, okay, so we've had our first 4 games of the day. We've thrown away 4 of the teams. We now have 4 left. The semi-finals will be coming up very, very shortly. This is where it gets serious. Qualification on the line. It's Team Infused versus Epsilon to kick things off. First versus third seed. Don't miss it right after this.